Hello, thanks for joining me on my journey of the top Led Zeppelin songs of all time. Actually, all of the Led Zeppelin songs ranked in order from 83 to 1. This video is the top 10, so I'm excited to be here. These are my 10 favorite songs. You may have others, but to me, these are the ones that do it and I think are the best. So let's get started. Number 10, I have In My Time of Dying. All right, these top 10 are fun to go through. So I've grown to love this song in the last 5 or 10 years, even more than I had before. It's one of those you can just keep listening to over and over again. I say that about a lot of them, but it's one that you just don't want to end. I get that feeling just a bit more than Kashmir. Kashmir is similar to that, where you can just keep listening. It's a long song. I think it's like this is one of those 9 or 10 minuters. But I just find myself preferring this one to Kashmir for some reason. The band must love it as well. They played it at the O2 in 2007. Played a lot in concert. It comes from a Blind Willie Johnson song, which I had never listened to until preparing for this video, but it doesn't really sound similar anyway. Definitely a top 10 song for me. I love this song. Okay, number 9, 10 Years Gone. I'm a sucker for nostalgia, and this one certainly has it. The singer is reminiscing about a love from years ago that he's always felt connected to, even 10 years later. And it seems from the lyrics, it seems like he's run into her again. He says that, I never thought I'd see your face the way it used to be. The layered guitars and bass line are great, great emotion and atmosphere to this song. So I think if you've loved in the past and you have that significant other you run into where you think about, this captures that feeling very well. So that's number 9. Number 8, Nobody's Fault But Mine. Another Blind Willie Johnson cover song. And this one sounds much more like the original song, both musically and lyrically, very similar. But Led Zeppelin takes it to a whole other level, as they normally do. It's hard rocking, it's got passion, it's got lots of negative space, pregnant pauses. Bonham's got this like firecracker drumming, Plant's harmonica, all kinds of great things about it. It's just really great one to listen to. The band must love it too. They've played it ever since it came out. They've played it on every concert since they started touring for Presence. Certainly since '79 and onward, they played it every show, including the O2 in 2007. So great song. All right, number 6 is Tangerine off of Led Zeppelin 3. I think it's a super underrated song in my opinion. Love this song. Interestingly, this song was written by Jimmy Page, totally, lyrically and musically. It's one he had from at the beginnings of in the Yardbirds. It's the last one he would contribute by himself to the group. So it's kind of interesting to hear, now that you know that, you kind of compare it to Plant style songs and Plant lyrics. But he's no worse songwriter than Plant in my opinion, especially at least on this one. The Yardbirds one demo was called "Knowing That I'm Losing You," and you can find it on YouTube. You can look it up on YouTube. It sounds similar to Tangerine, obviously a little bit different, but it's a beautiful song. It's the title is odd and delicate as well. It's an interesting word choice. Tangerine doesn't really talk about Tangerine in the lyrics, but it seems to fit. We have acoustic guitar, electric bass, and kind of almost weeping pedal steel guitar thrown in there as well. It really gives it a sense of nostalgia. I think I love when the music brings out exactly what the lyrics are trying to tell you, and this certainly does that with the nostalgia and longing, which has the singer, the narrator, reflecting back on the heartbreak of a lost love, where he says it's a beautiful summer's day, but it only slips away to gray. The hours, they bring me pain. So he's just, in heartbreak over this lost love, thinking how it used to be. Does she still remember times like these? To think of us again, and I do. So it's really, very honest, a very vulnerable song, and I really connect with it. So great song, Tangerine. All right, number 6 is The Rover. So completely different than Tangerine. It's hard to put into words why I like this one so much, other than it's just a straight ahead rocker. No real subtleties or innuendos in this song. In fact, it's hard to tell really exactly what it's about, but it's just dirty, nasty. It's funky. It's so funky, this song. Starts off with the great drum intro, and then the guitar falls right into place. I've just always really liked it, and they've never performed it live, I don't think. I think I heard a warm-up gig they did one time playing this song, but I don't think it's ever been played in concert. I don't know why. It's really cool. So that's The Rover at number 6. Number 5. All right, top 5 Led Zeppelin songs of all time. And number 5, I have Fool in the Rain. So here's another song dealing with romantic encounters. This one written by Robert Plant. And in it, he's being stood up by a date. He's standing out in the rain. She doesn't show up, only to find he's standing on the wrong block. So he's a fool standing in the rain. Musically, I love the song because it's just so different from the classic Led Zeppelin songs, and it really gives you a sense of what they could have been after 1980. It's just got this totally fresh, peppy Latin beat. The story goes that Plant and John Paul Jones were watching the 1978 World Cup soccer tournament, and it was being played in Argentina, and they loved the music that they could hear on the TV emanating from the people there, and they wanted to put some of that feeling into it. And the song has all these crazy quirks and time signatures in this song. The break in the middle with the percussion and piano playing and the whistle blowing. It just sounds like no other song in their catalog. It's catchy, great to sing to. Again, it kind of foreshadows, I think, what could have been like the next era of Led Zeppelin. Not that they would have gone away from their roots and their, blues-based hard rock, but you could feel something changing with the In Through the Outdoor album in this song. It was a minor hit on the radio as well. It was a popular song, so it was never performed live. And there is one version I found on the internet, sung by Robert Plant when he joined Pearl Jam for a benefit show for Hurricane Katrina, and that's on YouTube as well. So that's cool. But yeah, I think it's hard to reproduce live, which is maybe why they didn't do it. But I love the song. All right, number 4, I have Stairway to Heaven. So it's hard to know what to do with this song. It's obviously a great song. It's well put together musically. The lyrics are certainly overanalyzed, but they're cool lyrics. It's an epic song. It's got so much attention over the years and so overplayed. It's hard to know where to rank it. But when you sit down and listen to it, it's a very, very good song. It has the acoustic and electric instruments as it goes along, layers. It actually speeds up in time. So they put a lot of thought into this song. They put the lyrics in the album cover flap. They knew it was going to be an epic. The Jimmy's solo is awesome on this song. There's just nothing bad to say about it, except that, again, I don't know. I find myself not listening to it as much because I've heard it a lot. So when you do take the time to sit and concentrate on it, it's a great song. And I just like a couple others better than this one. So, and the top 3 are number 3, The Ocean. Just it's kind of like the Rover to me. It's something hard to explain it, but it's just super catchy and super joyful about the ocean. Just a happy, groovy song. It makes you want to get up and dance, even though again it's got a weird time signature, which I looked up. It's like 15/8 or something like that. It's just punchy. I like the oohs and the ahs and the la-las thrown in, and shifts gear at the end, kind of goes into a different song and then comes back again. Obviously, like others before this, I could listen to it over and over again. And when I hear it come on the radio, it always peps me up. It's great. Great if you're biking or running or exercising. It's a great song. All right, number 2. When the Levee Breaks. All right, so these top two songs are ones that, again, I really love, along with the ocean too. But I could listen to these over and over again. The drums are, they're famous in this song. The big drum sound that they famously recorded in a big stairwell in the Headley Grange mansion. So we have this booming drum beat that drives it along, and the absolutely swampy, funky sound of the doom and gloom, and just the pain of this song, the different layered guitar effects, the backward echo, the harmonica. It just pulls you and plods you along, even though it's painful and doom and gloom. It just also kind of just keeps you going too. It lifts you up a little bit. You can feel the emotion, the desperation, but also like the unstoppability, the imminent nature of the flood in this song. So it's like a black and white monster to me. It's inevitable. It's powerful, and obviously catchy. They played it live a couple times. It didn't seem like it. I think they couldn't reproduce the feel of it and the sound of it. It doesn't sound quite as good as nearly as good as it does in the record. Maybe, which is why they didn't attempt it as much. But there's a couple live versions out there. But it's my number 2 song of all time, and number 1, my favorite Led Zeppelin song of all time is Achilles' Last Stand. So this is from the Presence album, and like Levee, it takes me away to another place in time. The music is driving, it's relentless. I often picture it kind of like other songs I mentioned, like the Immigrant Song, like a ship or something just powerfully plodding through the ocean relentlessly. I don't know why, it just has a feel to me for some reason. The song, it's like a powerful inevitability to it, like When the Levee Breaks. There's just no stopping it. The urgency just jumps right through the speakers. But it's got a more positive vibe to it. A little bit nostalgic vibe, but positive vibe as well. It's about adventure, more specifically reminiscing about great adventures of the past, the glory days. So he says, the lyrics, "It was an April morning when they told us we should go. As I turned to you, you smiled at me. How could we say no?" So I love that. It's like, okay, you just can't wait to get in this adventure. Like, what's out there? Oh, the fun to have, to live the dreams we always had. Oh, the songs to sing when we at last return again. So, he's already picturing like going to war, going this great adventure, this exploration or journey, whatever it's going to be, and they come back and they're singing songs and reminiscing about the glory of what they just did. Oh, to sail away to sandy lands and other days. Oh, to touch the dream that hides inside it's never seen. So I love the sense of wonderment as the narrator looks back and projects what it would be like, and obviously the musicianship is awesome. Bonham's drumming is just crazy. Some of the listen to some of the live versions, just I don't know how he gets the energy and how it's just relentless. I don't know how he does it. Page's guitar work is unbelievable. The studio version has all these layered guitars. I don't know, like 5, 6, 7 different guitar parts, and somehow he pulls it off in concert. It sounds similar, at least, to what the album cut is. It sounds even better a lot of times, in my opinion. But there's a video from 1979, the Nebworth's concerts in '79, where they're just so in sync and they're just sweating, and the energy and the music is just pouring out of them. They're just going for it. Bonham's just pounding away like a machine gun in the background. It's really cool. So if you haven't seen that one, recommend checking that out. I like listening to different versions of this song to try to find what my favorite version is, a live version, and they're all a little bit different, obviously. But hopefully I never end that search. It's enjoyable, and again, this song never gets old, and it's definitely my favorite song. But they're all great in their own way. So I hope you enjoyed the countdown. That's my favorite. I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. And if you have any additional info or anything you want to add, I'd love to hear from you. So again, thanks a lot for watching. And that's my top Led Zeppelin songs of all time. Thanks. Bye.